on Facebook.
Happy day, everybody. Happy day. Today is a good day. Yes or yes?
It's a great day. We got a baby yet?
We don't have a baby right now, but it's soon. I'll keep saying it's soon because eventually one day it's actually going to be here. So that's been our life. We've been just up and down and waiting, and the baby has actually assumed dominance already. So we're on his time, her time, whoever's time it is, and it's been good though. But last night, amazing workshop.
Yeah, oh man, had the house packed out, talking on a topic. It was, hormones is a big topic.
Hormones is huge.
There's just so much misinformation out there, and there's so many women that are, they're looking for options, they're researching, they're not getting answers, or they're put on hormone replacements, and maybe it works for a little while, or it doesn't work, it leads to other issues. Man, hormones a big topic.
They've never been tested properly, and there's big things that we got like last night that we usually get when we're doing our stuff online. It's just that I've never had that test.
Yep.
I've only had, maybe E1, E2 tested, and or it's just like I just had my TSH looked at and my thyroid is normal. It's just all these things, and then you hit menopause, it's just normal that you're just gonna put on weight, and you're gonna have no energy. It's unacceptable, guys. Like, you gotta understand that if what you're doing is not working, you gotta do something different. If you're not happy with your care, if you're not happy with your results, fire your doctor.
Yep.
Get rid of them, move on.
Yep, and what we wanna talk about today, guys, is our approach. Because women can come in with hormone issues, and you put 50 women in a room and they've all got similar symptoms and they've all got similar hormone imbalances, but their treatment protocols or how we're going to fix those hormones in that individual can be completely different from one person to the next. And so, when we teach, we like to use analogies. Yeah,
it's the easiest way for people to understand it so that you can think about it later. It's easy.
Yep.
So what's our analogy?
So don't you guys hate when you go to your doctor and they're using all these big words? And then you go home and try to talk to your spouse, and you're like, what in the heck they said? I don't even know what they said.
Doesn't matter, I got the prescription, so.
Right. But so guys, we like to use the analogy of the firefighter model versus the carpenter model. Because it really just breaks down and explains to you guys our approach. How it is we're able to get the results that no other doctors are able to get. Even a lot of natural docs, functional medicine docs, homeopathic docs, naturopathic docs, like a lot of these docs, they're just missing the boat. And it's because of how we look at you as the individual, how we look at your conditions. Do we pay attention to symptoms? Yeah, absolutely. We want to see your symptoms go away, but we don't focus on symptoms. And so let's run through this analogy for you guys, okay? So let's run through this scenario, if you will. So if we leave tonight, you drive home, and your house is on fire, who are we going to call? And you say, well, duh, you're going to call the firefighter, right? And so I say, well, why aren't you going to call your dentist? And you're like, well, it's kind of a dumb example.
You're an idiot. Why would I do that?
Because if your dentist showed up with his small little hose to try to put your house fire out, he would look like an idiot, right? And so, of course, we're going to call 911. We're going to call the fire department. So run through the scenario. Fire department shows up. 2 guys are going to jump out of the fire truck because really, they only have 2 tools. Yeah. First guy's going to jump out. He's going to grab the hose. He's going to go, nope, sorry. He's not going to grab his hose first. First, we're going to bust down your doors. So first, the guy's going to grab an axe. He's going to go. What's he going to do to the door?
He's going to freaking break it down.
Bust it down. Same thing to the windows, right? He's going to gain entry to the house. Now, the guy's going to grab the hose. He's going to go and he's going to start to spray down your house. He's spraying down your walls. He's spraying down your carpets. He's spraying down all the pictures of your family and children. And he completes the job. He puts the fire out. He's patting himself on the back. He's like, man, I did a great job. You stand there. You're grateful, right? Because the structure's still standing, yet your house is in shambles. Can you live in that house tonight? Absolutely not. It's toxic. Like, legally, they can keep you out of that structure because you can die from the toxins, right? And so now we've got to call in a completely different professional to rebuild that house back to what? Back to normal, right? Because if the fireman was standing there after he got done putting out the fire with his tools and said, now I'm going to rebuild your house with my axe and my hose, he would look like an idiot, right? It's just not going to happen. So the carpenter comes, shows up, and the carpenter's looking around and saying, man, what a mess. This house is a complete mess. But yet at the same time, the firefighters stand there and saying, man, I did a good job. Yeah. So in the moment, who's right, Doc?
Most people look at it and say, I don't know. Well, I guess they're both right.
Yeah, exactly. They're both right, and they're both right based off of what?
Situation.
Yeah, exactly. Based off of the need of the house at the time. And so if the carpenter showed up when there was a fire going on and thinks he's going to put the fire out with his hammer and his tools and all these raw materials, again, he's going to look like an idiot. And so we have a professional to accomplish a different task at a different time based off of the need of the house, right? And so let's go through this like a real life scenario. Say, God forbid, Dr. Pierce here, he had a heart attack and a stroke. Doc, would you want me to run back in the back room and grab my knives and my forks and try to save your life?
I might, actually.
You might, yeah, he probably might. So no, of course not. So we're gonna call who? We're gonna call 911. We're gonna call the paramedics. And so let me prove to you, they've got the same tools, okay? So paramedics are gonna rush in. They're gonna put the hose in Dr. Justin's arm, and they're gonna start to pump medication through his body. Now, is this medication good for his body? And see, this is when the emotions change.
Yep.
This is when I'm explaining this in a seminar. This is when people start to look around and they almost start to get upset with what I'm saying. Because the answer, or the question you want to answer is, did he need that medication at the time? And guys, I'm not saying he didn't need it. Relax, okay? I'm asking you, is that medication good for his body? And the answer is
no.
The answer is no. And who says those medications aren't good for your body?
This is a fun one too, because a lot of times when you say that, people are like, "You did?"
Right.
Well, no. Who said it was bad? Look at every drug commercial.
Yeah.
They say it's bad. It's the pharmaceutical companies.
Yep. Turn your medication bottle over, turn it around, and look at the back, the warning signs, the side effects, right? And we call them like negative side effects or negative direct effects, because in reality, you're taking a pill full of chemicals. Chemicals have a reaction inside your body whether you like it or not, right? Your body, everybody's going to react to those differently. A person can take a medication and have no negative side effects. And in reality, there's still negative things going on because you're putting these chemicals in your body, right? But the pharmaceutical companies tell you that these medications are not good for your body. So let's say that those medications do not work. Now they're going to do what? They're going to pull out their axe. They're going to take him into surgery. Now, can he die from this surgery? Yeah, absolutely, right? But can we all agree on a major point? If we have an emergency, if we have a fire, thank God we have the tools, we have the medications, we have these life-saving procedures in order to save your life. We live longer today because of a chiropractic adjustment?
Well.
No, I mean, that's kind of stupid, right? Because of an herb? No, guys, we live longer today because of medications. But here's the problem. After someone has a heart attack or a stroke, does your cardiologist sit you down and say, okay, here we go, now, Dr. Pierce, this is what led to you having a heart attack in the first place. These are the tests that we ran on you that showed what caused this from years ago, right? And these are the steps we need to take in order to get your body back to normal. And that just doesn't happen, especially if you've had a heart attack, but you don't even have to have a heart attack to know that this conversation does not happen. Everybody that has a heart attack or a stroke, they get put on a statin medication and blood pressure medication, maybe a blood thinner as well, right? And so instead of calling in a completely different professional that has the ability to get your body back to normal function, they want to sit outside of your house every day and water it down with a medication in hopes that another fire doesn't pop up, right? And so are we living longer? Yes, but we're all walking around in rotten houses. Because again, we're taking these medications every day, and how long do you take them?
Forever.
For the rest of your life, right? In hopes that another fire starts. And the reality is, guys, the statistics show it. It happens again more times than it doesn't. And it's because you're not calling in a different professional to reestablish normal function inside your body.
Well, because you're told once you're stuck in that medical model, once you're stuck in that fireman approach, that there is no getting out of it, that you are stuck there for the rest of your life, and you just listen. And you've listened to it for 10 years, 15 years, 30 years, some people 60 years, some people 6 months. I don't know where you are,
right.
But you've been told it forever. You've been told it from your parents who've been told it, right? And so it's been passed down for generations that you think that there is no hope, that you think you have to be on these drugs. Because as long as my blood is thin, I'm not gonna have a heart attack.
Yep.
Can that help? Sure, biochemically, sure, it can help having thinner blood if your arteries are closing down and it's occluding and you're not able to get the blood pumping through. But is that fixing the problem?
Right.
No, and then more inflammation and more fires is not being helped by more drugs and medication. You're not sick because of a lack of a drug. You don't get headaches because of a lack of Advil. You don't have high blood pressure because of a lack of lisinopril. Do you understand that? Yep. I was listening to something with Dr. Flynn. So if you guys didn't get to see his thing on fasting, like it was a great show, and he's talking about like, you know, how I don't remember how he put it. You have to go back and watch it, but it's like people get well. Like we're gonna make up this our own fast. Like people get well because they give up the crap that they're eating. Yeah, but it was because I was fasting. Yeah, because it was keto. Keto changed my life. Fasting changed my life. It's like, well, how about just you not eating junk change your life? Maybe if you just stopped eating inflammatory foods for your body, that would also make you feel that much better. It wasn't just the fasting, it was the fact that you gave your body a chance to break all the junk that was in there, digest it, get rid of it, because your body's so brilliant and always wants to be normal. It always wants to be normal. Now you don't allow it to be normal because you're stressed all day long. What puts fires? What causes a fire in your body? The main causes, the main triggers of fire, of your body being out of normal physiology, 3 stresses: trauma, toxins, thoughts. You will always be sick because of a trauma. You'll always be sick because of a trauma, and that trauma could be a physical trauma, where you need chiropractic care. That's why people go in, they get adjusted, their headaches go away instantly, and they never come back. Guess what their main stress was? Trauma. But sometimes their trauma is chemical, because you're eating so much junk. Or you're eating such good, healthy food, but you're allergic and sensitive to each and everything that you're putting into your body because of vaccines, because of antibiotics, because of stress, because of environment, whatever it may be. Yep. And again, you have to remove that stress. Or the last stress, which is just stress, right? And just your thoughts. You have bad thoughts. You have bad thinking. You have excuses for everything. You don't look for solutions. You just blame everybody.
Yep.
You know, that's stressful, to blame somebody for you being sick all day long, every day, to blame other people because they're having fun and enjoying their lives because they took their health into their own hands. They reached out to a Wellness Way clinic. They got tested properly. They got results. You're stuck in the medical model. You're stuck in the fire department. You're not getting any results. You're getting sicker and you're so frustrated and it's their freaking fault. Yep. How the hell is it their fault? Maybe you start taking blame for everything. Maybe you start saying it's my fault and you go find solutions. Reach out to somebody, get tested properly, and fix it. But you don't want to do that. You know why? And we're on it today. Because people need to hear this. Because you don't want it because you don't want to change. You don't want to put in work. You don't want to put effort. You don't want to put energy. It's just convenient for you right now to be sick. Because a drug makes you feel better. A drug makes you feel okay. At least makes you feel gooder than you are without the drug. And then sometimes, and probably most of the times, that's not even true because you feel worse because of all the side effects. Yep. And then you're on 10 other drugs and all of a sudden you have no idea what's going on. I'll sit people down and say, listen, I see you're sick and I see you're on 3 to 5, 10, 15 different medications. Have you ever thought for a second to look at what the side effects are? Maybe the side effects are what you're complaining of. And if you get off that damn drug, you'll get better. Or even better, if you fix the reason why you're taking that drug or the reason why you're taking that drug that caused the side effect to have to take these drug or that drug. Did you follow me on that? Because it's a little complicated. You're on 5 different drugs because of the side effects that this drug has caused. So if you could fix what was causing this, boom, all of a sudden 7 different drugs just went away. Yep. How would that change your life? Are you ready? Or are you okay being sick? It's your choice. It's a decision that you have to make and you have to live with. Do you want to be there for your family? Do you want to be there for your kids? Are you ready to change? Do you want to feel better? Do you want to have energy? Do you want to travel? Do you want to enjoy your life? Do you want to be sick? Do you want to be suffering? Do you want to stay in bed all day? Do you want to complain all day? It's your freaking choice. Do you understand that? And so yes, fireman model, thank God for it. Thank God for it. People are here today because they had a heart attack and they were able to get a brand new heart. That is amazing. Technology is amazing. But on the other end, those people have never gone to the carpenter model, and that's what you need to look for. You gotta find those main stressors, you gotta find those main triggers, you have to remove them and allow your body to be restored to normal, and you will be forever grateful for that. Yep. It's just time for change. Doc,
yep.
Any last
Guys,
words?
if you understand this analogy, this model that we're talking about, You understand that medications were never designed to be used the way they're used today. We are stuck in a symptom suppressing model, and people are getting sicker and sicker. You have to change, guys. Lifestyle and diet, usually what gets you in the mess, and a lot of times you can lifestyle your ass out of it. Yep. But a lot of times you need guidance. There's triggers you need removed. There's so much metabolic dysfunction, you need some herbal support, right? But guys, you've got to find a doctor that understands normal physiology first off, and then knows how to restore you back to normal. Because if we continue to chase symptoms, you will never get the results you're looking for.
That's right. So, make it a great day, make some changes. It's time. Time is now. Reach out to us, reach out to Wellness Way. Let's get tested, let's get some results, and thanks for watching.